Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be the what I read in the month of March. It was again another like audiobook month, so I don't have any physical copies, but next month should definitely have some actual hard physical books, so be prepared for next month. Speaking of videos, I have not posted in almost a month, which I'm so sorry. I've just like been kind of busy. I started working and my classes are weird and my sleep schedule has been off, and so everything is just like not normal in my life right now, so that's why I haven't been posting. But I just wanted to say that. But in the last like what I read in February, I believe, I mentioned that I applied for an RA job, had an interview, and I said I wasn't gonna get the job. Like I was feeling very negative towards it, and I didn't get the job, sadly. Like honestly, I feel fine. I don't know if that's just me like trying to protect my heart. It's been like a couple weeks since I found out, so obviously I've had time to like get over it. But I'm actually currently, I applied to live in the Skull Halls, and then I'm going to start looking at apartments maybe. I have a job, so I could be potentially doing that, but I'll keep you guys updated just in case. I might vlog. Is that like, should I vlog apartment hunting? I don't know. Might be a thing. I don't know. I have to talk to my parents. I'm going to talk about all the books that I read in the month of March. I have all the books that I read on my Goodreads. My Goodreads is linked down below if you guys want to go ahead and see what I rate these a little bit more in depth. It goes into what I'm reading and all that jazz. But anyways, we are just going to get this video started. I'm actually currently out in like our living space. That's why the filming is a little bit different, but anyways, we're just gonna hop in. The book I have is Red, White, and Royal Blue. I read this per Maddie Mayo's TikTok recommendation. Also, I feel like I've seen this everywhere. I knew it was a steamy romance, and I definitely really enjoy steamy romances. I have Red, White, and Royal Blue. Really good. The political aspect of it is a little hard for my brain to just wrap around, just because it's like something that's not real. It's fictional, like historical moments, and it's a little hard to understand, but I did really enjoy this book. It was kind of like enemies to lovers, which is my favorite trope, especially since February. Like February and March has been like an enemies to lovers trope for me, so I really did enjoy that. Next one I have, It Ends With Us. Oh my gosh, this book literally shattered me. Sometimes I will think about this book and just like, wow. This was the first book I ever read by Colleen Hoover, and I can't wait to read more. I tried to read her book Layla, but I only think I read like 2 chapters and then I put it down. I think I'm gonna try to do it again, because this book was literally so amazing. I rated this 5 out of 5 along with Red, White, and Royal Blue, but this does have a lot of trigger warnings. I was sobbing, crying. I would definitely recommend this book if you're looking for like a hard romance, but also there's like a lot of learning from it. Definitely would recommend. I'm really glad my roommate Kristen recommended it to me, because this is a book I probably wouldn't have ended up picking up. This book I have is part of the Folk of the Air series. I read the first book last month in February. I mentioned it. It was called The Cruel Prince. This book is called The Lost Sisters. It's 1.5. It's about it's about the main character's sister. It's basically just a letter to the main character. I didn't really like it. If you guys have read the Folk of the Air series or the Cruel Prince, you probably don't like Taryn at all, because I know I did not like Taryn at all, and this book just wasn't it for me. I rated it 2 out of 5. Like, it didn't make me like her at all. You definitely didn't need to read it to finish the series or anything. I read was White Fragility, Why It's So Hard for White People to Talk About Racism. I know this book got really popular, especially in June, and I just now had the time to read it. I actually listened to it. I rated it 5 out of 5, and I thought it was very educational. I think every white person should read it, especially white people who don't think they're racist. It really does educate you about everything: systematic, institutional racism, and embedded racism in the people. So I definitely recommend this. I know I learned some stuff that I did that I was unconscious about, and it has made me more of an aware person, and hopefully I'm a little bit more educated after reading this book. But I would definitely recommend White Fragility. The book I have is a thriller. I read my first thriller last month, I believe, and so I decided to read The Woman in the Window. I know this is becoming a Netflix movie. It should be coming out soonish, I think, with Amy Adams. I could be wrong, hopefully that's right, but this one was really good. I didn't like it as much as the Silent Patient, but it was still really good. I knew what was going on about 75% through. I rated it a 4 out of 5, but I really thought it was good. Definitely would recommend it. And if you like The Silent Patient, read The Woman in the Window. If you like The Woman in the Window, read Silent Patient. Read was another popular one, I feel like 2020. It's called The Guest List. It's another like psychological thriller type thing. Basically, it's a wedding. It's from like 7 different people's perspectives, and you're trying to figure out who killed who. I honestly had no idea who the killer was. I mean, it all made sense in the end, but this was probably my least favorite thriller out of the 3 that I've read. I rated it a 3 out of 5. It was an interesting story, and it was really cool to listen to just because of the different voices and accents and everything, but you know, it was okay. Okay, next I read the 2nd and 3rd book of the Folk of the Air series, The Wicked King and The Queen of Nothing. Oh my gosh, guys, I love this series so much. Enemies to lovers, fantasy, romance, it's so good. If you guys didn't know, I read the Red Queen series in January, and so this was just like stemming off of it, and I loved it so much. I can't decide whether I love the Folk of the Air or the Red Queen series more. I feel like they're 2 very different things, and I'm gonna be starting a Court of Thorns and Roses? Thrones? I can't remember. All I know is by like Sarah J Maas or whatever. You guys definitely know what series I'm talking about. I feel like it's very popular, but I feel like it's kind of like the same trope, maybe same vibes as the Folk of the Air. But anyways, I literally loved it so much. It was so much fun listening to, and I literally I rated them 5 out of 5. The Wicked King I rated 5 out of 5, and The Queen of Nothing I also rated it 5 out of 5, which I think I might have rated the first book a 4 out of 5, so that is saying something. The next book I read was The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, Powerful Lessons and Personal Change. This book was okay. It wasn't my favorite self-help. Actually, I rated it 2 out of 5. Okay, yeah, I said, I don't know, it wasn't really my jam. It did have some good anecdotes, but I just found myself like being a little bored with it. I think I saw it on Haley Pham's Insta story. I don't really remember, but I read it. It wasn't my favorite book, which is surprising because it's rated 4.13 stars out of 5. But yeah. And then the last book I read in March was another Folk of the Air series book. I think she actually just recently came out with this. It's called How the King of Elfhame Learned How to Hate Stories. It's about our main character, the bad guy, the cruel prince, the wicked king, and it kind of talks about his childhood, and then it kind of ends the story with him and Jude after they're like married and they're together in the mortal realm. It's just so cute, and I loved it so much. But it's all of the books that I read in March. I think that was 10 books. I think it was 10. I could be totally wrong, but yeah, I had a lot of fun in March. I was definitely reading a lot or listening to a lot of audiobooks this month already, and like the end of March I started. Oh wait, I said this month already. It's literally March 31st. Anyways, I've already started reading some physical copies. I know for sure I'll be finishing 2 in the next couple days, and then a 3rd book hopefully in the next week or 2. And so there will definitely be some physical books. That way you guys don't think I'm just listening to audiobooks. I still count them as like towards my goal of reading 60 books this year, just because I'm still like learning the content. But yeah, that is going to be the end of this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed hearing what I read this month. I don't know. I'm gonna go. I have a lot of homework to do because I've been neglecting it. See you guys next month for another book video vlog type thing. Book, what are these called? Like book recaps? Yes, I will see you guys next month for another book recap, but hopefully I'll have some videos coming up in between that. I know this last month I was kind of slacking, but it is like kind of stressful end of spring, or it's like spring semester of my first year at KU, and so I'm definitely adjusting. But anyways, I'll see you guys hopefully very soon, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace and love. Bye guys.